Today we're going to do the extruder, and the bed. So for the first extruder, we don't have to worry about plus and minus. We're going to put that in D10. Just slide the first one in here. Screw it down. Slide in the second wire. Now we're going to do the other bed, or excuse me, the other extruder. Same thing applies, plus and minus don't apply in this case. We're going to take the thermistor from the first bed, or excuse me, from the first extruder, and we're going to connect it to T0. Plus and minus don't apply in this case either. Then we're going to take the next thermistor, and this is going to go in T1. And then for the bed, we're going to screw in the same as we did. Plus and minus don't apply. That's going to go in D8 because 9 and 10 have been used for the extruders. We're going to take the thermistor for this one, and it's going to go in T2. In the next portion of the video, I'll show you how to set up the firmware. As soon as I get this on. But before we do that, we'll connect the USB connection, and then we'll connect the other half to the computer so we can load the firmware. Okay, we're going to open up the Marlin 1.1.6, go into the Marlin subfolder for the firmware. We're going to type marlin.ino, and we're going to open that up. That's a solution file for the IDE. We're going to go to the configuration.h tab. We're going to search on motherboard. We're then going to change the name from EFB, which is Extruder Fan Bed, to Extruder Bed. We're then going to scroll down and look for the number of extruders, because we have 2, and we're going to change 1 to 2. We're then going to find the thermistor settings, which says thermal settings. We're going to find the thermistor type that we're working with. In this case, we're using number 8. So we're going to scroll down to where it says temp sensor 0. We're going to change that to an 8. Then we're going to go down to the thermistor setting for thermistor 1 and change that to an 8. Then we're going to scroll down to bed, and because we're using the same sensor there, we're going to change that to an 8. Next thing we want to do is check thermal overheat protections. So we have thermal runaway protection. We want to make sure that they're both uncommented. This will prevent a thermal runaway, which is an overheat situation. I need to remind you that you should stay in the room when using your printer so that you can handle any situation that may occur. And this will also possibly help if there's a situation where it will shut down the printer. So, next thing we want to do is connect the serial cable from the RAMPS to the computer. Check to see that we have the correct board for the USB we just connected. And we're going to compile and upload. And then I'll show you how to plug in the board and test it in Pronterface. Okay, we're going to connect the power to the board. So this is the line from the power supply, which is unplugged at the moment. We're then going to take the power supply and plug it in and power the board. So we're going to lose some light here. Okay, and then the next step is to reattach the USB cable serial with the power not connected to the board and reconnect it to the computer, trying not to cook it by accident. And we've got the extruders in a safe position. So in the next portion I'll show you what it looks like in Pronterface. Okay, we're in the Pronterface folder, so all we have to do is open up Pronterface.exe, connect to the printer. Now it's going to be a little different. I'm not going to use this. I'm going to show you the example of how you set it with the G code, which is M109, P0 for extruder 0, S will be the temperature, and we'll say that it's 50 degrees Celsius. Now to turn on the other one, all you have to do is change P0 to P1, and that will show the temperature for that one. And for the bed, we're just going to click the set button, which will take care of that for us as well. So thank you for taking the time to watch my video, and please do not forget to like and subscribe.